After flowing over 5,400 kilometers through 9 provinces, the Yellow River merges into the Bohai Sea in eastern China. It's here where freshwater meets salt, creating a 5,400 square kilometer delta. A wetland water world that attracts over 370 species of birds gathering here each year. It is early spring in February, and some birds are preparing to continue their migration. While others, like these endangered oriental storks, normally solitary, gather in huge numbers to breed. The Yellow River Delta is the world's largest breeding ground for these majestic storks. Sitting at the edge of this water world is the city of Dongying, a city determined to help their annual visitors. With adult oriental storks in the wild numbering more than 10,000 globally, these birds are under first-class national protection in China. Over 100 artificial nesting spots have been constructed in a nature reserve. As the storks grow more comfortable with their environment, they began to nest closer to the city. Atop utility poles. This lucky couple has found a quiet spot, away from other storks, where they can build their home in peace. With a wingspan of more than 2 meters and a lifespan of up to 30 years, it is thought that these birds choose only one mate for life. Branch by branch, the nest is coming together. After a week of construction, the nest is finished. And it's time for the most important task for spring. It's not just the oriental storks nesting in the city's real estate. Massive numbers of swallows have also found their homes here.
在你们这儿建了有几年了？
去年建的。
刚才我们小朋友还很担心，说这个摄像头可能会转动，那转动的话，这个巢可能就不稳固了。
因为燕子筑巢，然后摄像监控那个不能正常使用了，然后我们从旁边安了一个新的监控设备。
The city embraces their winged guests.
客人在吃饭的时候，一滴燕子是落在盘子边上，刚开始的时候就给换一份，后来他们自己就擦了一下。其实他们也很喜欢，只要我在这个店，我就希望能看到它。
Other guests to the wetlands are swans, whooper swans, tundra swans, and mute swans. They arrive here for food in winter. Mute swans are less vocal than the other swans. They communicate through their expressive body language. With a current population between 1 and 3,000 in East Asia, mute swans are under second-class national protection. Winter has ended, and as March approaches, the mute swans prepare for spring migration. Meanwhile, the pair of young oriental storks nesting atop the utility bowl has seen the labours of their love. For the next 30 days, the storks will have to keep the eggs at the right temperature. Taking shifts. Husband and wife work together, turning the eggs every other hour. But the early spring weather can be unpredictable, and temperatures can suddenly drop to below zero. It's going to be a long night ahead for the mother stork. In this sudden icy weather, food is a scarcity. Even as the weather warms again, foraging is still a fight for survival. Finally, it is time for their spring migration. At the Yellow River Delta, spring is in full bloom in Dongying City. But it is slower to reach the wetlands, where the pair of young oriental storks is welcoming their first chick. In the next few days, all 5 chicks successfully break out of their shells. There are now 5 hungry mouths to feed. Throughout the day, the parents will fly between wetlands and nest. The father stork has some luck fishing. He regurgitates the food for their hungry babies. Some fish are a little bit too big to swallow. With no natural predators up here, the baby stork's biggest threats are one another. 2 of them are weaker and no match against their stronger siblings in the fight for food. These are black-winged stilts. They feed on crustaceans and insects. Unlike the oriental storks high above, they nest beside the waters, where dangers lurk. A Dione rat snake, high above the wetlands, despite their best efforts. The pair of young oriental storks has lost 2 babies. Survival at its harshest. Faced with the demands of her surviving children, the mother stork throws the body out of the nest. It has been 3 months in the Yellow River Delta. Nesting atop a utility pole, the little oriental storks have become teenagers. Amongst their white down feathers, black flight feathers are emerging. They can now stand for short periods of time on their thin legs. Summer is here. Some juvenile storks have already left the nest. And the 3 baby storks atop the utility pole are preparing themselves for their first flight. Their wingspan already reaching nearly over 1 meter. They are ready to fly. Encouraged by their sibling, the other 2 follow suit. A short flight to the nearest patch of land, but a success. the family does not return to the nest. Soon, the oriental storks will join together, flying southward to the Yangtze River Basin for the winter. The peace does not last. Some birds will stay. Others fly to warmer lands. But autumn and winter will bring new visitors, and this incredible wetland waterworld will once again come alive with the sound of millions of majestic birds.